The Police and Justice Ministry found out that he was supposed to be coming here, and this was the first time that it had been announced in advance that he was visiting Switzerland since 2005, when an international arrest warrant was issued for him. We signed an agreement with the United States, as with other states, in 1990, and this has been in force since 1997. This commits us to serving arrest warrants. We had a warrant from the United States and were legally obliged to arrest Mr. Polanski and start extradition proceedings, while also giving him the opportunity to take any legal action available to him.
Herrn Polanski hier festzunehmen und das Auslieferungsverfahren durchzuführen, beziehungsweise ihm jetzt auch die Möglichkeit selbstverständlich zu geben, die Rechtsmittel einzulegen, die ihm zur Verfügung stehen.
How much pressure has the United States been putting on Switzerland recently?
Es kam überhaupt kein Druck aus den USA. Es ist, wie ich gesagt habe,
there was no pressure whatsoever from the United States. As I said, there was an international arrest warrant. In principle, every state with extradition agreements is obliged to comply with international arrest warrants issued via Interpol.
Ausgeschrieben sind, eben nachzukommen. Das gilt auch für
This also applies to Switzerland. And in this case, a very serious crime has been committed, one which is not time-barred in the United States or, since recently, in Switzerland either, in terms of prosecution or enforcement. So the legal position is absolutely clear. We have to honour the agreement. I think it's important that a constitutional state should adopt the proper legal procedures vis-à-vis anybody those laws apply to.
There's been some speculation that there's a connection between this arrest and the somewhat strained relations between Switzerland and the United States, especially when it comes to banking secrecy.
I can
assure you that this was simply a question of law enforcement on the part of the responsible authorities. It's a technical legal question based on an agreement, based on international law. There was no political influence on the part of the Americans, who sent us a provisional arrest warrant, as they do in other cases. We've been implementing this agreement since 1997, and the case is comparable to any other case we've dealt with within the terms of this agreement. This case happens to concern a very famous person, a major filmmaker, but it doesn't matter how famous you are under Swiss law.
Aber vor dem schweizerischen Recht macht das keinen Unterschied, was für einen Namen man trägt.
What happens next? Will Polanski be extradited? And if so, when?
Das ist offen. Die USA.
That's still unclear. The United States has up to 60 days to make a definitive attempt to extradite him. Mr. Polanski can already appeal to the Federal Criminal Court against his arrest. That can then go to the Supreme Court.
Eine Beschwerde einzureichen ans Bundesstrafgericht, kann das dann auch weiterziehen ans Bundesgericht. Dasselbe gilt.
The same applies to the extradition request. He can appeal against this to the Federal Criminal Court and then to the Supreme Court.
Bundesstrafgericht, Beschwerde und Weiterzug an das Bundesgericht. Also insofern ist die
So we've not yet reached the final evaluation of the case. It's up to the courts to assess the information available and pass judgment.
Tatbestand und die Berechtigung, darüber zu urteilen.